Welcome to the video on the GroupBy operator. Today we are breaking down one of the most powerful one-liners in data science. We will explore how to move from custom loops to efficient, professional pandas syntax. In this video, we'll cover the retirement ceremony for your old loops, master the split-apply combine concept, build your aggregation toolkit, and see how the transform method works as a subtle power tool. Before we dive into the code, ensure you are comfortable with setting columns as keys and basic dictive lists patterns. By the end, you'll be writing efficient group BYS and using transform for smarter data manipulation. It is time to retire the grouping loop you wrote in your previous capstone. While it was a great way to learn, we have a more efficient, professional approach to explore. Here is the block of code you likely wrote before. It uses a loop, a dictionary, and a manual sort. It served its purpose perfectly. But today, we replace it with a single, elegant line. With this single line, we achieve the exact same result. Because you already understand the logic behind the manual loop, this compression feels natural and easy to read. Every group BY operation, regardless of the system, follows a three-part rhythm: split, apply, and combine. You have been doing this all along. We are just giving it the proper name. Let's translate your previous code into these three stages. The loop created the groups, the aggregation function applied logic, and the sorting step combined the final results. Pandas handles the combine step automatically. A common point of confusion is why a group BY object seems to do nothing at first. Remember, it is lazy by design. It waits for you to apply a function, like mean or sum, to complete the operation. Now let's build your aggregation kit. We will start from simple summaries and progress to professional, report-ready syntax that adds precision to your data work. Level 1 is the single key, single aggregation group BY. This is your go-to for quick summaries. Notice how the result is a series, shrinking your data down to one row per group. Level 2 involves multiple aggregations. Passing a list to .ag lets you calculate several statistics, like mean and median, simultaneously. Always check the median to understand your data's true shape. Finally, Level 3. Named aggregations. This is the industry standard for production work. It gives you full control over your output column names and source columns in one clear, readable expression. Why choose named aggregations? They make your code clear to teammates, allow you to mix different source columns for different statistics, and provide clean, report-ready data frames without needing extra renaming. You can also perform multi-key grouping by passing a list of columns. This creates a multi-index, which is powerful, but you can always use .reset_index if you need a flatter, simpler structure. With reset_index, those grouping keys turn into regular columns. This is a crucial finishing move that makes your results easy to filter, merge, or export, effectively retiring your old multi-line notebook approaches. Now we transition to Chapter 3, the transform method. While everything we have covered so far has been about summarizing, transform does something fundamentally different. Once you grasp this, you will use it constantly. The core insight is this: while aggregation shrinks your data down to one row per group, transform stretches the results back. It produces the same shape as your original table, broadcasting the group-level value to every original row. Why does this shape difference matter? Use aggregation for summaries and reports where you want one number per group. Use transform when you need to add a column to your original data frame that reflects group-level information. Consider a real business need, flagging orders that are large relative to a specific customer's typical spending. A global threshold wouldn't work, but transform allows each row to effectively know its group's behavior. We can build a VS_usual feature in one line. By calculating the ratio of the order amount to the customer's mean, we create a powerful signal for anomaly detection or targeted loyalty campaigns. This VS_usual feature is versatile. High values suggest anomalies like fraud or errors. Moderate trends can trigger personalized promotions, while low values serve as early warning signs for churn. We can also use this for smarter data imputation. Instead of filling missing revenue with a global median, we can fill it using the median of each specific segment, ensuring the values are contextually accurate. Group-wise filling is more accurate because different customer segments have distinct revenue profiles. Transform makes this complex, multi-step process a single, clean line of code. There are 3 transform patterns you should know: mean for averages, median for robust imputation, and sum for creating percentage of group features. These are the building blocks of sophisticated feature engineering. Here is the full toolkit at a glance. We have aggregation for reports, transform for feature creation, and the reset index move for final data presentation. Knowing which to choose is your key to mastering GroupBy. While the pandas ecosystem is massive, we have focused on the 20% that solves 95% of real-world problems. Tools like pipe, filter, and custom lambdas are powerful, but mastering these core fundamentals comes first. This is what professional, production-ready code looks like. It combines named aggregation, group-aware feature engineering, and segmented imputation into one cohesive, readable block for your analysis notebook. Finally, remember our discipline. Always report the median alongside the mean. It survives even the most advanced code, helping you see past outliers and understand the true distribution of your data. To wrap up, remember these 4 pillars: the split-apply combine pattern, the behavior of the lazy GroupBy object, the precision of named aggregations, and the critical distinction between shrinking and stretching data. Let's summarize our key takeaways. Remember, GroupBy is your machine's engine. The classic split-apply combine logic remains, but pandas hides the moving parts. Always pair your mean with a median to stay grounded. And remember, aggregation shrinks your data, while transform stretches it back. Now it's time for the GroupBy gauntlet. We have 5 challenges ranging from simple segment revenue totals to complex, group-aware imputation. These exercises will help you bridge the gap between theory and your own project data. For your capstone redux, I want you to compare your old manual loops with your new GroupBy code. Count the lines, document the difference, and try applying a VS_usual feature to your project dataset to see what stands out. Looking ahead, GroupBy is your foundation. It directly informs our next steps: pivot tables, resampling for time series data, and advanced feature engineering in Module 5. Mastering it now makes everything that follows feel like a natural extension. Coming up next, in Episode 8, we tackled joins. Data rarely lives in a single table, so we will learn how to align and combine information across your customer and product datasets. I look forward to seeing you there.